Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dee. Today I want to share with you 11 literary words that you may have heard of or they might be new to you. I'm going to tell you, after I went through the list, I realized myself that some of those words I've never really heard of, or I probably heard them and I really didn't know what they meant. I got the list of words from a blog post. I just Googled literary terms, and what came up was a blog from readsy.com, and the title of that blog was 45 literary terms that everyone should know. So I just went through them and I looked through the words that I did not know, there were so many. If you guys will check out a prior video that I made of literary terms, and I think I did 20. So honey, I found a whole grip more. So I just want to share these words with you, okay? So let's get to it. The first word, Anastrophe. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Well, it means it's a figure of speech in which the normal word order is exchanged. I got this, okay, I want to back up, sorry. I have to back up a little bit. I got these words from the blog readsy.com, but I didn't use their definitions. I just randomly Googled the definitions and definitions just came up that were online, okay? Anastrophe. That word means it's a figure of speech in which a normal word order is changed. And I got this example from Wiki Dictionary. The example is, I like potatoes. Or you could say, potatoes like I. Okay, so that's an example. Okay, I'm mixing up my words already. Word number 2, allegory. Allegory is a device in which a character, place, or event is used to deliver a broader message about real-world issues or occurrences. Number 3. And now see, this is a word that I did not know. And it's enephora. And it's a repetition of words or a phrase at the beginning of success clauses. That don't even make sense. I think I wrote down the definition incorrectly. It's a repetition of a word or phrase at the beginning of clauses. Simple as that. This is word number 4. Okay, let me see if I can say it. Anthropomorphism. And that is an attribution of human traits and emotions or intentions to non-human entities. Now that's a long word, and yeah, that's what it means. Number 5, aphorism. Aphorism. An observation that contains a general truth. Okay, so I Googled this and they gave an example, like if sometimes you're reading or you hear someone say something like this: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, so that would be an example. Number 6, archetype. Okay, and that is, I think I'm saying that right, archetype. Archetype. A character, story, or object that is based on a known character, story, or object. 7, chiasma. Now, when I first saw this word, this one I probably heard it like years back, but I had forgotten about this. I said, wow, this would be a great name for a girl. Anyway, chiasma. And it is a rhetorical or literary figure in which words, grammatical constructions, or concepts are repeated in reverse order in the same or modified form. And then here's an example. Now this is a quote, and it's just random from Google. Poetry is the record of the best and happiest moment of the happiest and best minds. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Number 8. Let me get it right. Colloquialism. And that is a style of writing that conveys the effect of formal spoken language as distinct from formal or literary English. Okay, so the example of that, of colloquialism, it would be like common writings or sayings like when we write emails or text messaging, so on. Okay, so number 9, cumulative sentence. And that's just meaning like a loose sentence, and in which the main idea, which is the independent clause, comes first, followed by the dependent clauses and phrases. Okay, and it says, there is a loose sentence. The loose sentence makes complete sense if brought to a close before the actual ending. Okay, so here's an example. They say there's like a little formula to this. The formula would be, you would have the main clause plus the parallel dependent phrases or clauses. And this is an example. We reached California that morning after a turbulent flight and some exciting experiences. Tired, but still exhilarated, full of stories to tell our friends and neighbors. See, that was pretty long. That's a bit much. And to me, otherwise you can just cut some of that out. Okay, moving on. Number 10, dramatic irony. Now, in the first set of 20 terms that I gave you guys, I think I covered irony, and this is a little bit different, but this is called dramatic irony. So dramatic irony is when the audience in a movie or play, a book, etc., understands something about a character's actions or events, but the character doesn't even know. And an example of that would be like, the character is running to hide under a bed, and where the boogeyman is already under the bed waiting for. That would be an example of dramatic irony. Number 11, and this is the last one, exposition. Exposition. Exposit. It's an insertion of background information within a story narrative. It can be about the character's backstory. It could be historical events or prior plot events that's coming up. Anything. So that would cover exposition. All right? So that is all of the words that I have today. Believe me, I have many other words that I like to share, so I'll probably do this another couple of times this year. And it's really helping me that, like I said, that some of these words I have either forgotten about or never even heard of them, and it's helping me by looking up the definitions and examples to go along with them. Is helping me to better understand them. I'm sure when I'm writing, I probably use some of these words or some of these techniques without even really knowing. But I think by me, like I said, by looking them up and understanding them better, I can probably better apply them. So I hope you guys got some use out of this. Maybe it helped you in some ways. So that is all I wanted to share with you guys. And if you would so kindly tell me if you've heard of any of these words, leave it down in the comment section. I would love to know. And please, if you would so kindly leave me a like, feel free to share my channel with anyone that is interested in becoming an independent author. All right, guys. So I thank you for coming and watching my video, and I appreciate your time. I will see you in my next video. Later, Gators.